Okay, so welcome. What you see behind me is Maurice Sendak's only surviving mural. It's a mural that he painted for family friends, completed in about 1961. And the reason I love this mural is if you think about Maurice Sendak and what most people know about Sendak, it's Where the Wild Things Are, the book that came out in 1963. What you see here is Sendak working out the theme for his wild rumpus. You have a procession of children and animals. It's almost wordless, except for the names of the children for whom he painted it, Larry and Nina Chertoff, which is on the parasol in the middle. But otherwise, this is an adventure. This is a wild rumpus. And just 2 years later, he created the most famous wild rumpus in Where the Wild Things Are. I said the mural was painted for family friends, and I first learned about this in 2005 when I was at an event in New York. I was talking to Sendak's partner, who was a psychiatrist, and he introduced me to Larry and Nina Chertoff. And he said their late father, Lionel, was a psychiatrist. He was my best friend. We used to hang out with him all the time, have Sunday dinners and relax together. And then Larry and Nina said to me, and you should come over and see the mural we have. And I have to confess, I was fairly dismissive, because I thought, there are no murals. I knew Sendak's work very, very well. He never painted a mural. And they said, no, trust us, you should come and see this. And I went over to see it. And what I learned was, when Maurice Sendak would visit the Chertoffs for a meal or just an afternoon coffee or something, he would kick off his shoes, climb up on Larry and Nina's beds, and start painting. And he'd grab whatever paintbrush he could find lying around. He would grab a crayon if that's what he saw first. He created this masterpiece over a period of many months using a lot of different media. It remained unknown for the better part of 50 years because it was in a private apartment. And during those 50 years, it started to fall apart. It had been exposed to direct sunlight for over 40 of those years. The paint was starting to flake. Sendak had come in and done some retouching and some repairs, but they weren't holding either. And Larry and Nina had a big question for me, and that was, can it be saved? And I said, well, anything can be saved these days because conservators are so good at what they do. And they said, well, then we have a deal for you. If you can raise the money to save it, you can have it. That set us off on a quest to remove this mural from New York and bring it to Philadelphia, where it could be seen by many, many more people. Now, what you're looking at is not a stretched canvas. It's not a small artwork. It's an actual chunk of wall from a New York City apartment building. It's about 12 feet long, 3 feet high, and it weighs about 1,500 pounds. And this was removed in 2 giant sections in 2009, brought to Philadelphia, restored, and installed at the Rosenbach over 20th and Delancey. And I think the one thing that we at the Rosenbach always wished for was that this piece, which is so important, could have a larger audience and a larger impact. And thanks to our partnership with the Free Library, we've been able to place it front and center in one of the new branches of the Free Library, which is guaranteed to have a huge audience, as all the Free Library's branches do. This particular branch in South Philadelphia is a collaborative effort with CHOP. When I was growing up and hospitals built little outposts, what you would typically have was a gift shop on the ground floor or a McDonald's or something. CHOP and the Free Library decided to put a library branch on the ground floor. So now when parents, children, families come here for doctor's appointment or for treatment, they can be exposed to real art, and there are several great masterpieces in this branch. They can check out books, they can use computers. In other words, they can use the library as a way of addressing what I would call an integrative approach to health. And it's so exciting to be a part of that effort. And by the way, Larry and Nina Chertoff, who are now in their 50s, are thrilled about the move as well, thrilled about the impact this great masterpiece by Maurice Sendak can finally have on large audiences.